So I want to query. I want a report here that will show all the students who have sat a particular standard. So if I go into form standards, I've got here these two students. Let's make it 3 students. This person as well, who has sat this particular standard. We'll give her an excellence. And I'd like to see that those 3 students appear in a report with all this information over here as well. So I'm going to have to create a report, and that report will need to be based on a query. So first things first, let's create the query. The query is going to need information about the students, the names, information about the standards that they've sat, and of course there's no link there because it doesn't show which students sat which standard. That's in the assessments table, and then we have the link. And I could include the teachers as well. I choose not to. So the information I'm going to want is the students' names, their year level and tutor group perhaps. I'm also going to want the assessment name, the assessment number, and maybe the standard ID. And then I'll also want, do I want any of this other stuff? Perhaps the date sat and the grade. Now this information needs to be about the specific standard that we're looking at, which right now is standard number 1, getting my head around badminton. I need to be able to refer to this in the query criteria. So down here somewhere I need to say look at the form and get which standard we're looking at right now. And I'm going to base it on this assessment number, AS number here, 90435. So right here, AS number, I'm going to say builder, and I need to look at the not the tables, the forms, loaded forms. I've already got this form open, form standards, and form standards, I'm going to look at assessment number. So that builds the expression which says go and look in the standards form and find the assessment number. So if I just save that query as query standard, actually I'm going to say students by standard, meaningful name. And if I look in datasheet view, it should bring up just those 3 students. That's cool. So then it's straightforward from there. I can go into, if I highlight the query, I can say create report, and it gives me a not particularly well designed report that has that information. And I'd probably choose to do things like, if I go into design view, I would take the actual assessment name and put that into the header, if it will let me. Might need to just delete it from here, assessment name, assessment number, and actually add those into here. So if I say add existing fields, assessment name and assessment number, and then it tells me 90435, getting my head around and whatever. Obviously a lot of design work yet to do, but the guts of it is there. So I'm just going to save this report as RPT, report students by standard, and then on my form, going way back to my original form, I'll just close that one as well. On my original form I can now add a button perhaps. If I go into design view, and I'm just going to add a button over here perhaps. Again, this form needs a bit of love, but yep, and it will just say miscellaneous, no, report operations. There we go, open a report, select the correct report, report students by standard, there's only one, and I'm going to say print on that, something like that. And now if I click that button, it will open that report for the students on this form. Done.